Welcome back to Check It Out with Rich. Young Electric sent me out their new bike rack. It is the 2+2 add-on hitch e-bike rack. And it's pretty nice. If you're a family with kids, or let's say you're grandparents with grandchildren, this is the rack for you. What's nice about it is this. I just turned it into a 4-bike rack. I mean, you got the best of both worlds here. You can go out, you and your wife, or you and a friend, just the two of you, you got this part. You want to take the kids with you or some friends with you, whatever. You can go ahead and add on this adapter, and that gives you 2 more. So let's drop her down and see what it looks like. Okay, I don't have it bolted together. I'll show you how everything goes together here in a little bit. But first, I want to show you a little video I did of how everything was put together. It's very easy. Only took me about a half an hour. Okay, I find it easier just to go ahead and use your hitch. So I'm going to put this in there. And for now, we're just going to slide this in just to hold it in place. Once you get your drawbar in place and secure, you want to grab your middle tube and put the bolt in the inside hole, and that would be here and not the outside hole. And then you want to take your nut, get it on there. Now when you tighten this up, you don't want it super tight, but you don't want it super loose. It's got to be able to move up and down, but you don't want no sideways movement. Okay, once you get this tightened down, you want to grab your wider of the 2 trays. This will be for your e-bike, and this will be for a non-e-bike. And what we want to do is we want to take these 2 bolts. You slide in your 2 carriage bolts. Okay, once you get your bolts on, you want to put them in these 2 holes, and there's a little flat piece of aluminum here. You want to slide this all the way over to the passenger side and then tighten it down and get it secured. Slide it over, put your washer and nuts on, get it tightened up, and do the other one the same way. Okay, once you get your trays on and tightened down, and I do find it easier if you fold this up to tighten down the 4 bolts holding the trays on. So after you get that done, next you got your cradles. Now naturally your widest one will go where the e-bike goes, and make sure that you put them on so that this bar is sitting on top. And it's just 4 bolts holding it on. We'll put one in opposing corners just to hold it there. And then you'll put all 4 bolts in, get it tightened down, and then move on to the other side. Okay, after you get your cradles in, next thing is your middle support bar. Now there are 2 different ones in there. This is a longer one. The other one's a little bit shorter. Longer one will go in the back for the e-bike. So you just want to take the bolt out, and there's a washer there. And then you have 2 plastic washers. One will stay on here, and then you'll put the other plastic washer on this side, and then your bolt with the metal washer. Now there's notches in this washer, and there's little tangs here that they have to go into. And then you'll get that tightened up. When you're done with that, you go do the other one. It's the same exact way. Okay, we got that done. That wasn't that hard. We're gonna go ahead and get the add-on put together now, and then try this thing out. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to install this middle support tube. But the only problem is I can't get the bolt in. It doesn't go back far enough. But I did find that if I took out this plastic insert, it'll go on just fine. I don't know. It doesn't say in the directions to do that. I doubt if you have to do that. I think it's just maybe a little misalignment here, but it is working without that in. So we just want to take that in, and they do provide a cap head bolt, and that only goes in from the right side, the passenger side. And then you have a flat washer and a lock nut. And then we'll get that tightened down, go to the next step. Okay, and for the rest of it, it's all the same as what we did here. The only difference is all the parts on here are all the same. You can interchange any of them. Here you can't, because you have the wider tray for the electric bike, and you have different size of your support arms, your middle support arms. But other than that, everything's exact same. Okay, there you have it. Oh no, it took me about a half an hour to put both sections together, which wasn't too bad. And except for that one little hole misalignment, everything else looked good. All the welds look good. It's definitely pretty sturdy, even out here at the end. It's not going anywhere. Now this does have a rated capacity of 200 pounds. I'm a wee little bit over that, but it's holding my weight no problem. Like I said, even out here at the end, I mean, this thing is rock solid, and that's part of it because it does have a steel mainframe coming back, and then all your racks are aluminum to lighten it up a little bit. Okay, now this whole thing weighs 75 pounds. It sticks out from your back bumper roughly 48 inches, and it is 60 inches wide on these three. This one here is 64 inches. Now you can see the first tray here is a little different than the other three. That's because you could use an e-bike. Now this is only rated for one e-bike and 3 regular bikes. So this first one can handle up to 100 pounds e-bike, and it can fit up to a 5-inch wheel. The other 3 are recommended for 50 pounds each and up to a 3-inch tire. Now, when we go to put the bikes on here, I have a variety of different bikes to put on so you can see what all can fit on here. Your main frame coming back is good thick steel with reinforcements, and then your trays are all aluminum to make it a little bit lighter. If it was all steel, it'd probably weigh about 200 pounds. And this rack is rated for 250 pounds. They also give you this drawbar clamp, which works pretty good, and it will take any bounce out of it. We'll put that on a little bit and show you what it looks like. Okay, and as you've seen from the beginning of the video, another nice option is it does fold up to get out of the way. So once you get it folded up, you can put your pin in and it's locked into place. Okay, now I'm going to show you how easy it is to take off and then put back on, what the steps are. So your first step naturally would be to take the bolt back out of here. And then you could lift this off all one piece if you want. You better be pretty strong with just one person. It'd be easier with 2, but it's a lot easier just to tear it apart. So first thing you want to do, take off your add-on. Then next you want to take off your threaded hitch pin that's down below. Like I said, it's threaded. So what this does is this draws everything together. So in relation to this and the clamp, it locks everything down pretty good. Okay, so next thing you do is you just yank it out. And that's all there is to it. Okay, to put it back on, you have 2 options. You can take the nuts and washers off of here and put this on once it's mounted onto the truck, or just slide it onto the bar now. So we'll do that. And then to make it a little more interesting, I have Becky to install this just to show how easy it is. Show them how it's done, Beck. Okay, now. Okay, then now for the add-on. Easy?
Easy.
Yeah. Okay, and as you can see, that was very easy to put together. Now what we'll do is we'll put the bolt on, get everything secure, and we're gonna put some bikes on it, some different bikes, and then we're gonna take it for a ride, see how sturdy it is. Okay, now it's time to put some bikes on. The first bike we're gonna put on is a rather large e-bike. It weighs about 85 pounds. So the first thing we wanna do is we wanna move this up out of the way. And then once we get it up here, we'll move this back up against the wheel. It's easier to do it now rather than later when the bike's on there. This gets me to my second dislike. This doesn't come with a ramp. And to get an 85-pound bike up here between me and Becky, it's going to be pretty hard. So what I'm going to do is, I have another rack. I'm going to use that ramp just to make it easier getting that bike up here. The other trays don't have the option for a ramp, but you're dealing with a lot lighter bike. This tray does have the holes for a ramp. Okay, so we're going to take our ramp. It's not a perfect match, but I think it'll work. Okay, so we're going to take her on up. We're going to line up the back wheel because we're not straight here. And then we're just going to push it on up. And that's it. Now, next thing you want to do, If you're doing this by yourself, you can go ahead and lean this against your vehicle. Be very careful. But with someone else here, Becky can hold it. Okay, you want to get your middle support up. Put that on. Don't tighten that yet. What you want to do is get it locked in. Take your strap around. Tighten that down. Then go ahead and tighten this. And that's good, but we're not done. So next thing you want to do, you want to come down here, push that back, tighten it. Now that's going to hold your wheel from moving around. Then you also have this strap. We're going to put that strap through. Put this little rubber up here to protect your rim. And then we're going to put that in and tighten it down. And we're going to do the same thing to the front. And then bring it up to protect the rim. And that's it. Now that bike is pretty secure. It's not going anywhere. You see the wobble. You're not getting rid of all your wobble. The main thing is to have your main frame being as rigid as you can. And that's just an extension of your frame on your vehicle. Okay, next to go on is your traditional hybrid bike. And this thing is very light. So as you can see, we just lift it up, bring it in there. Now I already had the stop pad move forward. We're going to bring our middle support up. And then this will be hooked to the seat post. There is no crossbar here. So we'll just take this, and we'll take this, put this on, then slide it back, put the seat post in, and the same as the other side. Okay, and that's it. Now the next one we're going to do is a little different. It's actually a fold-up bike, so we're going to see how that fits on here. Okay, this is also another light one you could do yourself. This is 20 by roughly 2-inch tires, so we'll see how that fits inside the cradle. And that's it. And once again, we want to take up our middle support. And it's funny, that's 3 bikes so far, and 3 bikes we had to use the seat post. Maybe the next one will be different. Okay, then once again, we'll move the your tire brace back. Get that in there. Tighten down. We'll put the straps on, then we'll get the next bike. Okay, the last bike we have is your traditional kids bike. So I think we've got a good variety of bikes here. And I'm very surprised that each one's going to be held on with the seat post. There's no big deal about it, just strange that everyone's a seat post. Okay, another light one. Put that in. Move our stop back. Okay, one thing I did notice with the different style bikes is with this hybrid, the wheel sits so far down inside the cradle that the strap isn't actually touching it. But it's definitely not going to come out. It's no big deal. But it's just different. Funny how the different bikes hook up. A little bit of differences in them. Okay, we're going to go for a ride and see how sturdy this is. And hit some back roads and see how she bounces around. Okay, you can see us starting out here. And, the road's not super bad. But a little bit of bumps there are. The rack is holding in there pretty good. It's not wobbling around at all, actually. And then coming up the hill, there's a little bit of bumps. And you can see it's not moving around. It's riding pretty good, nice and sturdy. And same here, we're going to transition into some bad road now. And you can see it's still doing quite well. The rack's not moving at all. And then coming down this hill, it's pretty bad. So we'll see how it does down here. And you see the truck's bouncing around a little bit, and the rack's moving a little bit, but it's really not that bad at all. So I think the rack held up pretty good. Okay, you can see from that video that these bikes rode pretty good. We did hit some pretty good bumps on there. It's going to move around. There's no bike rack in the world that's going to be completely rigid. If you notice something else in that video, you couldn't see my tail lights. Young Electric does sell a light kit that does go onto the rack, so that might be a good option when you order the bike to go ahead and order the light kit. I'm going to see if they'll send me one and we can try it out and see how it works. Okay, I will put links and a discount code in the description, and you can go through there and I'll make a small profit off your purchase. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help the channel out. All right, so it was a very nice, versatile bike rack, perfect for a family or grandparents that have some young kids that want to take them on a trail. And if you just want to go you can just make it a 2 bike rack. I have a feeling in the future they're going to make it so that you can put 2 e-bikes on here. Now, it won't be 2 e-bikes like this weighing 85 pounds, but we have another one that weighs about 55, I think it is. So maybe 2 of those and then 2 regular bikes would be good. But we'll have to wait and see if that comes out. Okay, so a great product from Young Electric. Once again, thanks for checking out. We'll see you all next time. Bye.